Hello YouTube, HP Zeta here today, and we're looking at a lot of monitors. Isn't that cool? Now what I'm actually going to be doing today is a bit of a serious talk, or a little bit of a in-depth analysis of collecting retro game systems in South Africa, and what local South Africans have to do to actually get the systems, my tips and advice for anyone wanting to get into retro gaming, and basically just hunting places. The first thing we're actually going to have a look at today is brick and mortar shops. So Cash Converters, Cash Crusaders, those are our two biggest second-hand stores in South Africa. Cash Converters, the best thing to do is just literally just to go on their website, hit the store locator, and you can see all of the stores in South Africa. You can also organize them a bit more according to region or whichever way you prefer. But with Cash Converters and with Cash Crusaders, the best thing to do is to try and get about 4 or 5 stores to visit once a week. Start at one place and just get in a routine of constantly going and having a look. The other thing you really need to try and do is try to create a relationship with the people working there. I know this might sound a bit strange, but when you actually have a relationship with the people, they tend to keep things aside for you. And with retro game consoles, Cash Converters, they don't sell them. They're not allowed to. So knowing the guy that does all of the buying means that he can keep it aside for you and maybe do a private deal and allow you to privately go and go buy a console that they normally wouldn't sell from the shelves. This has helped me countless of times. I found quite a few Game Boys through this method of just talking to the person that does the buying and telling him that listen, this is my hobby. We can both help each other out. Can you keep a few for me if you do see them? If not, just let me know when I come in if there's anything new. And be friendly. They're people too at the end of the day, and they want to help you. That they want to get their sales figures higher so that they get a better position. So yes, Cash Converters, it's pretty cool. Keep on going, just don't stop going to Cash Converters. If you see one, if you're in a new area and you haven't been to one, go there, because each one is different, that their pricing structure completely changes, and you'll notice that they don't sell the same stock at all. Some of them has more PS2 games, other ones have more Xbox games, some keep the older PC games. The other place that I normally go to is Cash Crusaders. Now the nice thing about Cash Crusaders' website is you can actually go to the website and you can go do a product search. I'm going to do one quickly for something that I know they don't have, a Sega Mega Drive, and zero. That means in the entire South Africa they don't have any of these in stock. Let's try something that I know they will have. Unfortunately, I don't have access to the keyboard, so I'm going to have to copy and paste the results in here. But let's go to second-hand deals. I'm just going to say, let's search for Nintendo DS stock. And bing, you get a reply and it'll actually tell you exactly what all of the shops have in place. Assorted Nintendo DS 9 Rand, I don't know what that is, but it's at Shelley Beach. That's pretty far away from here. And I think you can actually order these and you can have it delivered to your house, if last time I checked. So that's pretty cool. Let's have a look here for something that they might have. I'm just going to copy Game Boy. And they don't have any Game Boys whatsoever. Now these are the two big brick and mortar shops or chains that you'll find that does second-hand goods. But the normal good old pawn shops, they're gold mine. If you see one next to the road, just literally go in. Sometimes I've got old stock and that's just been sitting there since 1994. And you can buy it. It's cheap, and I definitely recommend doing that to go. And if you do go and visit, please, 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 please have a look at, don't look at just the computer section or just the game section. Go to the music section and just pay through the music discs. Just about, I would say, a third of my PlayStation 1 games that I've ever bought came from Cash Converters. And I'll say about half of those were in the music section and not in the game section. So it pays just to slowly stroll through the shop and have a look what they've got. And sometimes you really honestly do get lucky. Charity shops in South Africa, there really isn't much. I'm honest to say that they're few and far between. When you do find a charity shop, chances are they just do books. Books they can move quickly and efficiently, and you don't have. They can just sell them without worrying. Lots of them don't do games. I'm really blessed that there's one close to me, and they do sell games, and it's been the best gold mine ever for computer games. Sorry about that. I just literally walk in there once a week as well. Saturdays, that's my day when I go thrifting and console hunting, and I go to all of these places, and generally seldom do I go there and not pick up a game. So brick and mortar shops, those are your only options. Then we get to the fascinating world of online purchases, and here there's basically four big sites that you can go to. There's Bid or Buy, which is the South African version of eBay. The prices are simply insane. You're going to see in just a little while. I've seen ZX Spectrums where the person had a ZX Spectrum with a half-working keyboard that he tried to fix himself, trying to sell it for 1,500 Rand. It's the prices there are simply insane, and they don't make any sense. Next, you get the two big, well, there's three of them, the big classified group. Gumtree has a South African section. Very good results in that sometimes. OLX is a new startup. They've also reasonably good selection. I placed an ad on both OLX and Gumtree, and most of the time, I'll say 9 times out of 10, I'll probably have Gumtree people coming to me saying they've got consoles to sell. Well, once again, 90% of the time for that, the pricing just isn't here nor there. Then there's junk mail. Junk mail is very regionalized, and that's the oldest classifieds. Well, it started out as a newspaper in South Africa, and then moved over to a website, and so I think they still do the newspaper thing, but you'll be surprised. I once picked up an Apple II computer through junk mail, and the strangest thing is that they actually advertised it for the swap section, and I got an email for it, and I lucked out on that. Nonetheless, okay. So those are the free ones there. This is what you need to remember. All four of those sites can get access through this new website called Value Forest. This is an absolutely amazing little website. You can see it does Gumtree, OLX, Bid or Buy, and junk mail. We're going to just do the Mega Drive search, because that's the easiest one of the lot. Okay, now because I did search for Mega Drive, I'm going to find these Mega Drive Classic Collections. I don't care much for those. But as you see, there are some games here on Bid or Buy. 80 Rand, that's $8 for Evander Holyfield Boxing. You've heard of that. Sonic the Hedgehog 2, which a very common game overseas. That's 150 Rand. Then you get these fake USB controllers for 650. I'll show you now a site where you can actually get that far easier. But you get the general idea that there really isn't much to go for. The other thing that when you do these online searches, just understand that a lot of time people can't spell, so you just do it as a search for Sega Mega Space Drive, and you get some more results. Watch this. I mean, original Sega Mega Drive 2, 16-bit, 1,450 Rand. That's $145. I mean, let's see what games he's got. He's got The Lost Vikings, which is actually pretty good. The Sega Classics Sonic 2, I actually think that looks more like a Master System box. I could be wrong. Mortal Kombat 2, and 2 other games. $145. I mean, the general consensus here is if it's old, it's worth a lot. And it's not. Yeah, 1,500 Rand. Another one. This one does come with a box, and it doesn't come with any games at all. The other thing that you'll find in South Africa is a lot of the stuff is pirated. Piracy has always been a big thing here, so if you do see anything like this, a 16.1 mega cartridge, you know that it's pirated. If you see something where the systems are there and there's no pictures, move along. Okay, so what do we have here? It's placed everything in bags. It is still a used system. It's $150. No, it includes Golden Axe. And watch this. Works on dash off. So in other words, the system doesn't work properly. It sometimes reads that game, sometimes it doesn't. And they want 1,500 Rand for that, of $150. Let's do another search here quickly before we move along. I'm not going to look for DS because those are easily found. You can easily find those. Yeah, let's do Game Boy. Get some nice Game Boy accessories. Not that bad priced. 300 Rand for a Game Boy, 1,000 Rand for a Nintendo Game Boy Advance. That's not even a limited edition. This guy is lying. Duke Nukem, 50 Rand. That's actually pretty reasonable, and they will offer shipping to South Africa. Oh, yeah, they're in South Africa. They're going to offer. They will offer shipping to where you are if it's on bid or buy. Another one of these Game Boy Advance SP limited editions. I'm sorry. Game Boy Advance. You see, that is a tribal edition. That is a limited edition. 500 Rand. See, that's a bit more reasonable. I won't call that unreasonable. 800 Rand for a first Game Boy. No. Here we go. Here's a bargain for you. Glanceria, I don't know where that is, but 190 Rand for a SP, $19. That's cheap. That you can pick up. I might even do that. Here's one of a whole bunch of games. It has a DS and a Game Boy for 2,000. Nah, I won't do any of those. This I find interesting. It looks like the same Game Boy. The one is on OLX, the one is on Gumtree, the one says Cape Town. I don't know about that. But here we go. That's a tribal edition. That is actually a limited edition. Includes 5-in-1 game, once again, piracy in South Africa. So you can expect all of these other ones probably are pirated too. Sims 2, nothing to write home about. But that's actually for $500, $50. That's a bit more reasonable. Let's have a look, see at this first original Game Boy, 800 Rand. This is probably a US import. Gavin, I don't know this person at all. That's not bad. The description does say everything you need to know. Working and still in good condition. This is actually pretty darn cheap. Okay, 190 Rand. It's on Gumtree. I don't know where this is, because it's on Gumtree, they're not going to, here we go, it's by the coast. They're not going to offer shipping on this. You'll have to go without shipping. It's clever enough to show you the back of the battery case. You can see that there's no acid that's leaked from the system. Here we go, this is a good one for anyone staying close there. Give this guy a call. Here's that Game Boy Advance SP limited edition. 4,000 Rand, and this is Centurion as well, so most likely this is the same person. Yeah, Centurion. He's placed 2 ads on there, and that's not a limited edition. 9 games. He doesn't specify what 9 games. I guess you can contact him and find out. Okay, now this is where things get a little bit interesting. Most of you are probably screaming at me saying eBay, 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 and I'll show you how I actually get the eBay thing sorted out. ebay.com and ebay.co.uk. So let's start with our test here, the easiest one of the lot, and probably one of the biggest consoles overseas. Okay, first off the bat, 1,145 Rand, and that includes free shipping from Thailand to South Africa. That's new in box. Let's double check that the shipping does well include South Africa. There we go, South Africa. Free shipping from a real old stock, so you're getting brand new. And for those wondering at home, the Asian PAL version was actually launched in South Africa. They did sell these here. Just as an example. Now let's get this sorted out a little bit more. The first thing you actually want to do here is we want to say shipping, okay, and we're going to sort this by the highest price. Because we are looking for a console, we're not looking for games at the moment. If I do go the lowest price, you'll see that we'll have to sift through consoles and accessories and things. Now you can probably go to the left here and say video game console, but a lot of times the real bargains, they're mixed in with the games or they're mixed in with the wrong category. So let's go up here, close the bad tab there, plus shipping, highest first. So 40,000 Rand for Primal Rage. Oh crap, that's interesting. I'm not interested in all of the graded consoles. So we're just going to skip a few pages until we get to like the more reasonable stuff. Let's go to page 7. It's a bit too low. We're already at the game side of things, but you can see how expensive the shipping starts getting. Okay, let's make this a bit easier. We're going to go video game consoles, and now I'm going to switch this to lowest first. And once again, in video game consoles, everyone's trying to sell their games, but you get things like this. 261 Rand, that's 300 Rand. Okay, 17 Rand in total, 6 days from now. You can easily go and you can push that up by another 200 Rand. And then you can get all of that for under 500 Rand. Chances are if I push that up to 200 Rand, I'll probably win the auction. $20, I'll probably win it. Here we go, unused. Okay. This is why I love fixing consoles, because by the time you do something like that, this is a buy it now, it's not an auction. That means I can actually buy this for 320 Rand, and chances are I can fix it. The cartridge port needs a clean, it needs a clean inside, needs a little bit of TLC, but you can pick it up instantly. Yeah, here's someone that actually has a lot better shipping in South Africa. 16-bit defect, so it's defective. Here's another one, also from Germany. That looks really bad, that's been buried somewhere. From France. Here we go. With 7 games, free shipping, 456 Rand. And once again, this is from the United Kingdom. That's why I always go to .com and .co.uk, because chances are more people actually want to ship to South Africa. Let's double check this. South Africa, free shipping, description, and look at this. You actually get some decent games in this collection. Sonic compilation is probably Sonic 1 and 2. Let's have a look, see if he's done the... Yeah, he's done the right thing. He's taken pictures. All in boxed. Okay, this is also for auction, but in 21 hours that's going to be finished. Chances are, if you push this up to 550 Rand, you're going to win it. It's yours. Just wait for like an hour or 2 hours to go, and it includes free shipping. That means you can spend more money pushing the price up to something a bit more decent. Right, so that's .com. You can see sometimes eBay is clever enough, it will filter in from overseas some of the other uh, systems, but you'll see that I get completely different results. Here's another one. Buy it now. In perfect working order. Okay, now I've got that closed. I'm now here on ebay.co.uk. Same thing. I'm going to do the exact same thing. Sega Mega Drive. By the way, you've probably noticed this isn't scripted or anything. 17 minutes left. That's actually not too bad. I'm just going to say price plus shipping lowest first. Okay, and I'm going to go here to console. You can see there's a lot less systems available in the UK. Six days remaining, not worth my time. Another one that's free postage. Now you'll see that sometimes eBay doesn't actually label shipping that goes to South Africa. You see it's United Kingdom, and nope, they do not ship to South Africa. Oh no, here we go, here's South Africa. Get rates. Free shipping to South Africa. And there we go, £25. I mean, that's 400 Rand. Ah, this is the same one we saw just now. You just need to shop around a little bit. The simple fact is, especially if you go for the faulty consoles that needs repairing, chances are, okay, you could fix it out and you can get it working for half the price they're selling for on Bidderbuy or Amazon, Bidderbuy, OLX or those places. Locally, these guys just don't have a clue when they list consoles on there. It's silly money they're asking for it. Just to prove a point, let's go back to ebay.com. I'm looking for a Game Boy. Because handhelds are small, that the shipping isn't actually that much. Okay, so you can get away with going to these places. You don't buy one of these, of course, because the top listed ones are always the insane ones. Here's almost the exact same thing we saw the other couple of minutes ago for 20 Rand. I don't think they ship to South Africa, or you have to inquire. 59 euros. That works out cheaper. Suddenly now it's 500 Rand for the exact same thing. 23 hours remaining. You can probably win this if you really wanted to. And that's not even that cheap. I'm going to go back here to video game consoles. Buy it now. Lowest first, of course. You can see that screen is faulty, so we're going to stay away from that. 550 Rand grabs you 1, 2, 3 with a pile of games. Chances are display, that means it has that vertical line problem. You can fix that. It's silly. I think that's functional perfecto from Spain. That means it's working 100%. So 700 Rand, you can actually get one of the crystal clear consoles shipped to you from the UK or from Spain. It's silly. Honestly, it's just silly. South Africa, it ships to South Africa for €3.50. I mean, where do these guys get the prices from? Okay. So that's one way of getting things from overseas for retro consoles. And you saw yourself there, it's so easy. You can go on today and you can literally buy to your heart's content. You are going to do three things that you need to do keep in mind with this. Number one, if they do ship something from the US or the UK or wherever to South Africa, you're going to pay import duty when it gets here. Expect to pay about 10%, whatever the total cost is for import duty. It's 10 or 14%, it's very little. Most of the times, maybe 1 in 10 things they've actually charged me. That's how few times they charged me. The other thing that you need to remember is a lot of these sellers, they might list something and they don't know the exact shipping price to South Africa. So what they'll do is you'll order it and they just won't send it. So you make sure that the people have eBay money back guarantee, they've got a decent seller rating, and if you don't receive your goods within, I think it's 45 days they permit, just contact eBay, or within 30 days contact the seller first, then contact eBay and you get your money back. So it's really no risk for you to self-import, nothing. This is probably the easiest and best way to do it. The next thing I want to touch on quickly is forums. Okay, I'm going to bring up my own site a bit later, but we're going to do that a bit later. My broadband has a trading section. I did find a couple of things here every now and then. If you're looking for an old school Sansui TV, they do actually sell those here. Lots of computer parts because it is a computer forum. The other forum is Carbonite. Once again, this is a computer forum, and you can go on here and you can buy and sell. You can put a wanted ad. I've gotten tons of stuff through here before. A lot of these guys understand the plight of a game. So what they'll do is they will go and they'll actually go out of their way to either give you the stuff for next to nothing or to literally just give it to you as a donation because they know you will do something with it. This is probably one of the best places to go is carbonite.co.za just to place a wanted ad and see if you get anything. I don't actually do much there anymore. I should actually... Oh, this is retro computer goodness. There's someone else here that loves retro computers. There's actually a few people that loves retro computers. There's a guy called the Stig. I should bear that in mind. But yes, especially if you like retro computer stuff, 3DFX stuff, post on here. There are people with 3DFX equipment that will sell stuff to you. There are guys with old computers that will sell it to you. Just a very good site. Internationally you get these as well. Okay, and this is probably my biggest secret for finding stuff. Is you go to Amibay. Okay, I think it's .com. There we go. And this is an absolutely amazing resource. It's not just for Amigas. Okay, it's for everything else. And you go to the forum, scroll all the way down, and you go to want to sell. You can see here that there's Amigas, old computers, everything that you might desire. And you want to go into other for your console stuff. And Game Boy Color, here's someone selling a Game Boy Color. 17 euros. Now what you want to do here is a lot of times they will say, okay, UK only, so you ignore the guy. You know that this guy doesn't want to ship outside the UK. But 90% of the people, if you go here and you ask them, I'm declaring interest, okay, but I'm looking for a shipping quote. They will come back to you and they'll say, this is how much it will cost to ship it to South Africa. I will ship it for you. The site is infinitely useful. It's one of my biggest kept secrets is this site, and I'll say that a good third of my stuff I've probably had it through here at one point or another because if people are honest, they're good, and you get what you pay for from here. They won't do you in, they won't not ship your stuff. Worst case scenario, you use PayPal and a month later you can then say, sorry, I'm not interested anymore. Oh, so sorry, I didn't get my stuff. PayPal, you do a charge back, which is reasonable because these guys will offer you tracking and you can look at where the stuff is. But I've never had to do it on the site. That's how good they are. Mega Drive 2, just for the love of it, it's not working. 14 euros. Grabs it to you. the site truly is one of the best places to go, especially for PC stuff, 3D lovers, that sort of stuff. Please come on here. See here, £1 sale, miscellaneous retro PC bits. I mean, here's some RAM for you. There's a 25 inch IDR drive to 3.5 inch for £1. You know how hard socket 7 CPUs are? It's £1 each. I mean, just this is one of the best places to go. And that brings me to an end of all my tips and a little look at what I need to go through to get stuff here. And I want to talk about where I want to get stuff, what my vision is. And you'll see that my website, I've had retrogame.co.za for about 2 years now. A while back I've completely redone the site, and I want this to create this as a hub for us. All of us can go on here. There's a forum to discuss. Everything is working. I'm constantly tweaking and improving the site. You'll see that I haven't added content to the site, but on the first page, okay, this was the last time I added content. Since then I've been actually hammering and cracking on the bugs and getting everything working. I do have a single set of Google ads on it. I'm not expecting to get anything back. The site is paid up for the next year. And once you register, at the bottom there's a buy, sell and trades area. This is what I want the community, the South African gaming community, to be a part of. I want us to go to the site, and when we buy, sell or trade, we do it between us, between people that we know. When this person buys the system from me, he's going to love it. He is a part of the retro gaming community. There's places here for you to go out and you can post your photos. You can copy your YouTube videos into here. You can post your own collections. There's restorations and repair tutorials that I'm still going to be doing. I'm going to upload a crap ton of stuff on here, and I want this to be the #1 resource locally for our retro gaming community. And I really want to utilize it for that. At the moment it still goes to the old exclusive PC section. The exclusive PC I had for about 8 or 9 years. But if you want to go to the main site, it's retrogaming.co.za. And that's all from me, HPZ. So today we had a quick glimmer of a look at retro gaming in South Africa, what we do, how we do it. I don't know if this is going to be interesting for international people, but this is how I do my shopping for retro gaming stuff. And I probably rambled on a bit, my throat is dry. I just hope that you guys enjoyed this, and if possible, if you have the time, please come register on my site. It'll only take you a minute. I'm going to add a lot more content onto this as time goes by. So that's all from me, HPZ today. Please comment, rate and subscribe. Thank you very much. Oh, and as I added a little bonus for you guys, the few of you that stayed watching to the end, AliExpress, another great secret here. If you want cheap controllers, okay, so we're going to do Sega Mega Drive. $4 includes shipping. If you're looking for other things, let's say you're looking for a power supply, let's say Game Boy Advance SP, done, $4.99. Okay, this includes DHL shipping, $821. I'm going to ignore that completely because that's a complete rip-off. Let's say I only want one, and I wanted to include free shipping because why not? No free shipping. Let's say I want this according to price. Once again, you can see basically you can get the stuff here for very cheap. These aren't the cheapest, it's just because I'm not taking my time, but generally you get it for like $5 or $6 shipped to South Africa. And let's say you want a new power supply for your Genesis. They all use 9 volt 2 amp. You might have to adapt the little one side, the little connector piece, but $1.44 and $3.45 post. There's no reason to fear buying consoles from overseas and getting the wrong voltage power supply, or not getting a power supply at all. I find that a lot of times when I'm buying a console that the power brick is the heaviest, and that adds the most to the shipping cost. So I normally tell the people, take the power brick out, I'll buy my own, I just pick one up from here. These are modern switch mode power supplies, most of them are reasonably decent. And if you're looking for counterfeit games, let's go, yeah, let's do Game Boy. You can find them on here as well. Given those pirates are Game Boy clones, just be careful of these. Lots of sellers are doing them locally. It sucks when you pick up one of those up. But the replacement covers, you name it, you can get it from here. And it's dirt cheap. $7.50 for a brand new case. I mean, yeah, don't worry about that because it's a bulk price, but if you ship around you can get it for cheaper shipping. $7.59, but that's once again for a bulk. Here's the adapter so you can use your Game Boy Advance to earphone jack. Yeah, rubber pads, those are the pads that you put into your Game Boy Advance. 100 pieces, well, you don't need as many, but you can stick it to one piece only, and there's so much here that you can get. Lasers, let's go. My Dreamcast, the laser, I bought a Dreamcast from overseas for next to nothing. Lasers dead on there. $10 for 2. Well, it'll be $20 for 2. But you see what I'm getting at. Anyhow, HB Zeta here today again. Bring you hopefully a half decent interesting video. Thank you. Goodbye.